1:30 afternoon. Oh my goodness gracious. This video is all about asking you what you would wish you were more confident in. And I gotta tell you, there are a lot of people who say they're not necessarily confident in going live on social media because they're afraid they're gonna look like a fool or mess up. And I'm here to tell you, I look like that almost every other day. Even today, I messed up the beginning of this video. So hello, and thank you so much for tuning into this Minute with Mary. Do me a favor and put hashtag hello lovely. That way I can send you a little message and thank you for watching. It helps me see how the video is working, if everyone can hear me and everything. So I appreciate you. And if you're watching in the replay, you can of course put hashtag replay, as that will help me as well. Just starting the video off with a little bit of lip scrub. I was sick a couple of weeks ago, and we're still kind of dealing with little remnants of the illness, and whenever I'm sick, my lips get chapped, and it's crazy. So I love to use my lip scrub. This is a sugar-based and shea butter. It sloughs off any of the dead skin cells and also super hydrates it. I like to do it as part of my skincare routine, and as you can see, I am freshly showered, freshly washed. I am trying this like heatless curl thing. If you haven't seen it, you may get to see it in action at the end of this video. We're going to see how it goes. It may be bananas, but we're going to try things out. And try is going to be the magic word of the day. So I did already use my eye patches, my eye mask. So many of you asked me about these. These are fantastic for brightening, tightening, fine lines, hydration, for people who need more hydration under their eyes. So if you have issues with concealer creasing, or you just feel like your under eyes look tired, I'm telling you, these masks are a game changer. They do have instant results, so they're great for those days where you're feeling extra tired, or you can even use them every day. You just put them on under your eyes. You can put them either direction, which is really cool too, because each of us has different eye shapes. So you can wear them like I do this way, or you can flip it around and have the bigger area here. The other thing that I really, really love about these is that they actually help me with my pore size. So if I wear them this way, hi Nicole, how are you? Thank you so much for the hashtag hello lovely. If I wear them this way, any of the pores that are right under here actually shrink because it's helping with the tightening as well. So just like it would help with the physical under eye bag, it's going to help tighten anything that's underneath it. There are some other friends of mine who will use them on their 11sies. So they'll have two under their eyes, one on the 11sies. Other people will sometimes put them on their smile lines, like right here, you know, and they might use just the same ones. They might put it on their eyes and then they'll flip it over, and whatever goodness is left, they'll put it on their smile line. So fine lines, dryness, puffiness, all that kind of stuff, they will give instant results. And if you do wear them frequently, they are going to help you over time as well. So let's talk about confidence, shall we? I have been listening to Mel Robbins a lot. And if you're someone who likes personal development with a side of New England crassness and humor, Mel Robbins is someone that I would recommend. And if you already love and know Mel Robbins, please let me know in the comments below. So I have just kind of been on this journey of finding some new people to listen to on a more regular basis. That really uplift me and challenge me, but give me the vibe that I've been needing. And I listened to an Audible book with Mel titled The High Five Habit, and I love it so incredibly much. I frequently tell you all that your hashtag hello lovely is like a high five to me over the internet. And it truly feels that way. And this book that I listened to on Audible by her was about how we actually need to like high five ourselves in the mirror in the morning, and how the feeling and the rush that we get from high fiving just from the years of like playing school sports or, you know, doing things with friends, it just gives you such a rush. And when you kind of do that to yourself, it sounds silly, it sounds foolish, but there's all these studies that really show that it helps you with your self-love. It helps you pump yourself up. So just know, so I loved that, because as I say, I use the word high five so frequently here in these videos with that hashtag hello lovely. And what's interesting is when I do my high five, when I say that, when I see your hello lovely is a high five, on my side, I see my camera and I get to high five myself too. So I get kind of two birds with one stone. But anyway, Mel's most recent podcast episode is about confidence. Yes, you love Mel Robbins too. Awesome. So it's all about confidence. And how confidence doesn't necessarily mean that you are well liked, doesn't mean that you're popular. Confidence is a completely different thing. Now tell me, if you feel comfortable, if you feel confident, tell me what you feel less confident in. What do you not feel confident about? So for me, I'll tell you right now, I've been having a little negative Nancy in my brain about my health. The past 2 years have just been really rough, like the 2 miscarriages in a row, and then the panorama and all the other illnesses and heart and head and Achilles issues. Like I've just had like a series of tough things happening. And so in my head, I haven't been super confident about being able to get back in shape or being able to fit into the clothes that I wanted to fit into, because throughout all of this process, I have gained quite a fair amount of weight just because I haven't been able to move in the way that I used to. A lot of the time, I mean, heck, now I'm in a boot in my foot and I'm being told not to walk around that much at all. So it's a very different phase of my life. It's very different than what I'm used to, and it's been affecting my confidence, in particular with going out, with seeing people who I haven't seen since I started all these health problems, because I look different. I mean, for those of you who've seen me here on video over the past several years, you can probably see a little bit here or there from the face shape change, but my body overall has changed, and I have been so nervous and lacking confidence about going out to see friends that I haven't seen in a couple years, because I've had this idea in my head, like, well, what are they going to think about me? Are they going to go back home to their partner and be like, woof, Mary let herself go, or anything like that? And it has definitely hurt my self-confidence. Even just the fact that a lot of my clothes don't fit me the right way has been really hard for me to feel confident in going out in public. And this is one of the reasons why I'm just ever so grateful for makeup and for skincare, because this is a way that I can love on myself. And this is a part of me that I don't necessarily see a crazy amount of change. And I can still feel confident and proud of myself. I mean, I'll be real with you guys. There are some days too where I am nervous to push the go live button to do a tutorial, because I may not necessarily recognize the person in the reflection. In many aspects of my life, I feel confident, I feel like that's one of the pillars. If people were to be like, what are some adjectives or whatever for Mary? You get tall and nerdy and freckled and probably talks a lot, but confident, in my opinion, would be one of those things. So when I was listening to this podcast, she was talking about what confidence is. And even though there's obviously like dictionaries and all this kind of stuff, there hasn't been a load of research done on the topic of confidence. When you Pinterest it or whatever, it's like, be you, be true to yourself. And it's like, okay, but what the heck? Like, how do I become more confident? What the heck does that even mean? And, we often use the word confident like an adjective. I am confident. He is so confident. They are so like whatever. But Mel said to change your way of thinking into making it more of an action, to making it more of like a verb. In your mind and in your approach to it. Oh my God, I have those same thoughts about myself. I worry so much about what people who know me are going to think of me after the weight again. Well, you listen, I'm right here for you, and I love you. And here, I will take a brief aside on the confidence thing, because here's what these are the conversations that I'm telling myself. That if these people are people who know, love, and trust me, who I know, love, and trust, they know the medical issues I've gone through, so they're not going to negatively be like, wow, they wouldn't even have those negative thoughts about me anyway if they're people that I want in my circle, that I want to be surrounding me with love. Like, even if I did not have explanations, if I did just want to eat cake every day because that brought me joy, like, I would hope that if these are people that I'm investing time in, that they would still love me and not have negative thoughts and feelings about me. So that's been one of the things. I have also shared a lot of my journey. So even though I might be nervous, like, oh, they're going to see me, in my mind, I'm like, but also they know, like, if they're seeing me, it's because they're my friend. And, we've been in touch at some point throughout these 2 years, and they will have known that my body has gone through a lot. I mean, the hormones you go through with pregnancy and miscarriage in general are crazy, but I went through it twice in a short period of time, and I've just had compounded panorama issues since then. So, if people know me and know my story, it's going to be like a no-brainer. Like, it would be a feat of science if my body hadn't changed over these past couple of years, right? So I've been able to have a lot of these self-talks. And then in regards to my wardrobe, I just occasionally will go out and buy new clothes and say, okay, like those don't fit me. And it's not that I need to throw them away or donate them or anything. Hopefully when I'm healed, I can get back into some of them. Honestly, some of them are super dated, so it's really okay. Like the 2010 styles are not in right now, so it is okay for me not to have some of them and to donate them. But I treat myself and I will go and buy something else to feel good in. So hopefully that can help you too, that if these people are meant to still be with you in this chapter of your life, that you will know they will not look or talk badly about you in that way. So in regards to confidence, it needs to be thought of more as an action. And that action is try. That action is try. I'm just doing a little bit of setting spray. So people who are confident are willing to try things more likely than people who are not confident. People who are not confident are afraid of trying. So this is why I was saying, I was listening to this podcast and I'm like, I'm a confident person. But then as she kind of delved into different things, I realized there are aspects of my life that I am not confident in. I am confident in trying new things career-wise or performance-wise or meeting new people. Like those are things that I am definitely confident in, meaning I am willing to try. And the cool thing, but there's other aspects in my life, as I said, that I have not been confident in. And once this little switch in this podcast episode happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to stop beating myself up that I'm not confident to go out and see people I haven't seen in 2 years. Or 3 years. I have to stop beating myself up and saying I'm not confident that I can wear cool clothes or cute clothes or look good in the size that I am right now. I just need to go out and try, okay? But part of that trying means I need to go out, right? Or I need to go shopping. And here's the scoop with trying. When you try something, do you always succeed? Let me know in the comments. When you try something for the first time or in a long time, do you always succeed? Yes or no? The answer is no, right? If you're lucky, you got a 50-50 shot, right? So the first time you rode a bike, did you ride it perfectly right away? No. But did you give up? No. Hopefully not. Hopefully you learned how to get back on it and try again and try again and try again and try again. And you keep falling and you keep stumbling, but you got back up. That is one of the ways that our children can build confidence. So if you have young ones in your life, this is a great exercise to build more confident children, is to allow them to try new things. We want our children to be confident speaking up for themselves. So it's really important for us that we let them order at the restaurants and speak to the waiter or waitress, or to speak, we don't want them to feel like they're not confident to speak to adults, for example. And so when you think about all these different things that people can try, that young children can try, that we can be trying, but not being married to the result. Okay? Confident doesn't mean you try something knowing you're always going to nail it. You're always going to be great at it, right? It's willing to try knowing that you may fail, that you may fall flat on your face, or that you may do a great job, right? And then you keep trying it. A nutritionist told me to only put stuff in my closet drawers that fit and make me feel confident getting dressed every day. I love that. I've been doing you can see some of my mess right here. I've been doing a huge, does it bring me joy? Yes or no? And that has been helping a ton. Your perfectionist part of your brain says I have to, right? It is. It's hard. And that's why sometimes you just gotta that's why it was a light bulb moment for me listening to this podcast, because once I realized to be confident means you're willing to try things, not being married to the result, saying it's okay if I don't accomplish it. It's okay if I don't nail it. So, in the business that I am here on social media, I frequently talk with people who say, oh, Mary, I couldn't join, for example, your makeup business because I'm not confident that I could go live on camera. I'm afraid I would mess up. I'm afraid I'd be foolish, right? So that isn't necessarily the confidence. The confidence would be, would they be willing to try even if they were to mess up? I mean, hello, I'm in this crazy heatless hair wrap thing right now, right? I messed up in the beginning of my live. Am I perfect on all my lives? No. Do I make a mess of mascara on my face most of the time? Yes, I do. But I'm confident that I can keep showing up and that the videos and tips that I share can help people, feel a little joy, try something new, learn something. And that to me is worth it more. That is worth it more to me than me being slightly embarrassed. And the other cool thing, when you are working on your confidence, which means you're going to try new things, is the more you do it, the less scary things will be. And you want to try this like across the board, right? So for me, my confidence issue that I am going to start trying to work on is going to be being happy and proud of myself for going out and, celebrating the clothes that I do feel good in and not having these kind of negative thoughts in my head about what are people thinking about me, in regards to my size. Like, try to still have fun. Try to not make that the star of the show in my brain. Each time I do that, each time Blake and I go out, or each time I do get to go out with a friend here or there, and I need to celebrate that. I need to say, well done. And even if I do feel crappy, or even if I do catch a glance from somebody, right? Like, let's say I go out and someone's like, and they can't hide it on their face. I need to make sure that I get back on that bike. Right? You need to make sure that you still keep trying. And one of the cool ways you can become more confident is by trying more different things. So I would love to know, what is something you're not confident in? Some people aren't confident in public speaking or speaking at work or raising their hands. You think about kids and they may not be confident in their sports or, speaking up at school. And so it's just little steps, like how can you try to do something and not be married to the result? Because the more that you try, the less scary it's going to be and the more confident you actually become. So when I first started, for example, podcasting, oh my goodness gracious, we were a hot mess express. Some of you joining in may be, from Outlander Cast in the beginning, or heck, even Parent Cast, when Blake and I were doing our parenting podcast. There we were podcasting from our kitchen table, and Blake is someone who is a perfectionist. He was like, if we're going to podcast, it needs to be perfect, and we need to do this and do that. And, he was afraid to try until it was perfect. And thankfully, we had gotten some advice from somebody who said, it doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to start doing it. And the more you do it, the better you will get. Just like riding a bike. So as I said, I heard this podcast and I thought, okay, I need to start making plans. So I texted a group of mom friends that I have who I've seen, but as I said, I have this low confidence discussion in my head all the time when I see people. So I told myself, okay, I'm gonna be initiative. I'm gonna initiate, let's get together for coffee. They don't know that this is an exercise in my confidence building, right? I mean, maybe one of you watching the video as the replay is one of the moms and you're like, oh, okay, yes, Mary. But that's an exercise for me. That's me ripping off the Band-Aid and doing it. That part is relatively easy for now, but on the day of, will I probably be nervous picking out my clothes? I might be analyzing myself. Yes, but I'm going to be proud of myself for still trying. Like, that's what I'm going to celebrate. So as I said, I really loved the podcast episode, and it's something that whether it's people who want to start podcasting or people who've expressed interest that they want to learn how to save or make some money, doing my makeup company, but what holds them back, they say, is their confidence. Confidence isn't this thing that you automatically have, right? We're always trying. We're always growing. We're always trying to cross that bridge. So next time that you think you're not confident in something, if you can try to tweak that word and make it try instead. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to try to go to the gym or to be healthier or to be more positive with my self-talk or to try meditating or to try a new makeup skill or a new hairstyle, something like that. It could be something as fun as that. It could be something as big as, try speaking up more at work. Try, roller skating, whatever it is. I mean, I got to be real with you. I'm not the best gardener, but I've been trying to keep some plants alive. I'll show you. This is something I'm almost embarrassed about. This was like one of my favorite plants. and it died this winter, but some of it's coming back right there. I mean, this used to be like a whole giant thing, guys, and now it's not. But I'm surprised it's lasted this long, and I have several other plants that we just need to make it through this month. Once we get a little bit more sunshine, things will be popping back up. But you know, rather than say I have a brown thumb, I'm not a confident gardener, I'm not confident in growing things, I'm tweaking it, and I'm still trying. I'm still trying, and I'm putting it out there because maybe what I was trying to grow wasn't the best for me, or I didn't have the best soil, or I didn't have the best preparation. But can I try something a little easier with a higher success rate? Yeah, you bet. And then that in will make me a more confident gardener. That will make me more confident that, ooh, maybe I can try some like fancy plant the next season. So we're gonna see. All right, let's take this hair stuff out and see what ended up happening. I'm not even gonna finish my makeup right now. I have a 2 o'clock meeting, but I'd rather at least go with with my makeup half done, but my hair not looking like Queen Amidala from Star Wars. So I don't do the heatless curls regularly, but I want to start. It's better for your hair overall, but especially being a silver sister, it is better for me. But my hair, when it's wrapped up, it doesn't dry well. So my hair was, I want to say, 90% dry before I put this thing in. Let's see. Ready? And then I let it sit for about an hour. Okay. All right. Why is one side tighter than the other? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, when I get off here, I'm going to spray it and see if that holds it, because they're not damp, but you know where it's a little cold because there's still some wet somewhere in it. A lot of people sleep with these things overnight, or they'll wear them for most part of the day. I feel like this is the modern version of the ladies in the 50s who would just wear curlers in their hair all day until their hubbies came home for dinner, and then, you know, their hair was all fabulous for like the 2 hours before they got in their pajamas. But you can see how shiny my hair is. It's still, you know, I like that this could be something that I can do, because I do like having movement in my hair. And I need to put some spray in it and then kind of run my fingers through it. But you can see what it did. I'm pretty impressed. Well done, little heatless, crazy Queen Amidala thing. All right. I hope that you try something. I hope that you try something, whether it is big or small, or you start to make little steps for yourself to get towards trying. And then through that trying, you will become more confident. And if you're already confident in some aspect of life, I challenge you to look around at other aspects and see, like, what is it? What is it? Because for me, I was like, oh, I'm confident in XYZ. And then when it came to my self-image, going out in public, like that kind of stuff, that's where I hit that roadblock. And once I realized that, I thought, I can try. I can start to try, and that will make it less scary. And by it being less scary, I'll be more confident, right? So I hope that you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to put that hashtag Hello Lovely. I'd love to hear what you're going to be working on to become more confident in, and I'll talk with you soon.